Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Act of getting or draining something such as electricity or a liquid from a source. The drawing of water from the well. Players buy, or are given, chances and prizes are distributed by casting lots. The act of moving a load by drawing or pulling. The creation of artistic pictures or diagrams. He learned drawing from his father. An illustration that is drawn by hand and published in a book, magazine, or newspaper. It is shown by the drawing in Fig. 7. A representation of forms or objects on a surface by means of lines. Drawings of abstract forms. Act of getting or draining something such as electricity or a liquid from a source. Players buy, or are given, chances and prizes are distributed by casting lots. Something that is regarded as a chance event. The election was just a lottery to them. A large and hurried swallow. The act of moving a load by drawing or pulling. A preliminary sketch of a design or picture. Compulsory military service. A serving of drink, usually alcoholic, drawn from a keg. They served beer on draft. A dose of liquid medicine. He took a sleeping draught. Draw up an outline or sketch for something. Draft a speech. A document ordering the payment of money, drawn by one person or bank on another. Engage somebody to enter the army. Any of the various versions in the development of a written work. A preliminary draft. Make a blueprint of. The depth of a vessel's keel below the surface, especially when loaded. A current of air, usually coming into a chimney or room or vehicle. A regulator for controlling the flow of air in a fireplace. A large and hurried swallow. The act of moving a load by drawing or pulling. A serving of drink, usually alcoholic, drawn from a keg. A dose of liquid medicine. Make a blueprint of. The depth of a vessel's keel below the surface, especially when loaded. A current of air, usually coming into a chimney or room or vehicle. The craft of drawing blueprints. The creation of artistic pictures or diagrams. Writing a first version to be filled out and polished later. The creation of artistic pictures or diagrams. Flow off gradually. The rainwater drains into this big vat. A pipe through which liquid is carried away. Make weak. Life in the camp drained him. Emptying something accomplished by allowing liquid to run out of it. A gradual depletion of energy or resources. A drain on resources. Deplete of resources. The exercise class drains me of energy. Empty of liquid. Drain the liquid from. We drained the oil tank. Tube inserted into a body cavity, as during surgery, to remove unwanted material. A game that involves gambling. A game that involves gambling. The act of pulling. Applying force to move something toward or with you. His strenuous pulling strained his back. Strip of feathers. Pull a chicken. A sharp strain on muscles or ligaments. He was sidelined with a hamstring pull. Perform an act, usually with a negative connotation. Pull a bank robbery. Remove, usually with some force or effort, also used in an abstract sense. Pull weeds. Special advantage or influence. The chairman's nephew has a lot of pull. Direct toward itself or oneself by means of some psychological power or physical attributes. The ad pulled in many potential customers. Bring, take, or pull out of a container or from under a cover. Pull out a gun. A slow inhalation, as of tobacco smoke. Take sides with. Align oneself with. Show strong sympathy for. I'm pulling for the underdog. Tear or be torn violently. Pull the cooked chicken into strips. Cause to move in a certain direction by exerting a force upon, either physically or in an abstract sense. A declining dollar pulled down the export figures for the last quarter. The act of pulling. Applying force to move something toward or with you. The pull up the hill had him breathing harder. Cause to move by pulling. Pull a sled. Strain abnormally. I pulled a muscle in my leg when I jumped up. A device used for pulling something. He grabbed the pull and opened the drawer. Apply force so as to cause motion towards the source of the motion. Pull the string gently. A sustained effort. It was a long pull but we made it. Hit in the direction that the player is facing when carrying through the swing. Pull the ball. Move into a certain direction. The car pulls to the right. Operate when rowing a boat. Pull the oars. Rein in to keep from winning a race. Pull a horse. Steer into a certain direction. Pull one's horse to a stand. Take away. Pull the old soup cans from the supermarket shelf. The force used in pulling. The pull of the moon. The products of human creativity, works of art collectively. An art exhibition. The creation of beautiful or significant things. Art does not need to be innovative to be good. A superior skill that you can learn by study and practice and observation. The art of conversation. Photographs or other visual representations in a printed publication. The publisher was responsible for all the artwork in the book. The creation of beautiful or significant things. The creation of beautiful or significant things. Photographs or other visual representations in a printed publication. The publisher was responsible for all the artwork in the book. Photographs or other visual representations in a printed publication. The drawings and photographs in the layout of a book. Photographs or other visual representations in a printed publication. A presentation to the mind in the form of an idea or image. The state of serving as an official and authorized delegate or agent. A performance of a play. A body of legislators that serve in behalf of some constituency. A congressional vacancy occurred in the representation from California. A creation that is a visual or tangible rendering of someone or something. A factual statement made by one party in order to induce another party to enter into a contract. The sales contract contains several representations by the vendor. An activity that stands as an equivalent of something or results in an equivalent. A statement of facts and reasons made in appealing or protesting. Certain representations were made concerning police brutality. The act of representing, standing in for someone or some group and speaking with authority in their behalf. The right of being represented by delegates who have a voice in some legislative body. Historical linguistics, an explanation of the historical origins of a word or phrase. Inherited properties shared with others of your bloodline. A line of reasoning that shows how a conclusion follows logically from accepted propositions. Descriptive linguistics, the process whereby new words are formed from existing words or bases by affixation. Singer, from sing, or undo, from do, are examples of derivations. Drawing of fluid or inflammation away from a diseased part of the body. Drawing off water from its main channel as for irrigation. The act of deriving something or obtaining something from a source or origin. The source or origin from which something derives, i.e. comes or issues. He prefers shoes of Italian derivation. An illegal daily lottery. Dispose of in a lottery. We raffled off a trip to the Bahamas. A lottery in which the prizes are goods rather than money. A lottery in which tickets are drawn from a revolving drum. A game in which prizes, e.g., candies or coins, are concealed in a container and for a small sum a player can draw one out at random. A selection or decision purely at random. Their system of hiring people seemed to be a sort of lucky dip. An illegal daily lottery. An illegal daily lottery. The fourth book of the Old Testament contains a record of the number of Israelites who followed Moses out of Egypt. An illegal daily lottery. A lottery in which the prize consists of the money paid by the participants. A drawing created by superimposing a semi-transparent sheet of paper on the original image and copying on it the lines of the original image. The act of drawing a plan or diagram or outline. The discovery and description of the course of development of something. The tracing of genealogies. The act of producing drawings on wood or leather by using heated tools or a fine flame. A system of assumptions and standards that sanction behavior and give it meaning. Formulate in a particular style or language. Make up plans or basic details for. Frame a policy. Construct by fitting or uniting parts together. Baseball, one of 9 divisions of play during which each team has a turn at bat. The hard structure, bones and cartilages, that provides a frame for the body of an animal. Take or catch as if in a snare or trap. The innocent man was framed by the police. Enclose in or as if in a frame. Frame a picture. A framework that supports and protects a picture or a mirror. The frame enhances but is not itself the subject of attention. The internal supporting structure that gives an artifact its shape. Alternative names for the body of a human being. A structure supporting or containing something. An application that divides the user's display into 2 or more windows that can be scrolled independently. A single drawing in a comic strip. A single one of a series of still transparent pictures forming a cinema, television or video film. Enclose in a frame, as of a picture. One of the 10 divisions into which bowling is divided. The framework for a pair of eyeglasses.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.